In 1519, the Aztec Empire stood as a mighty power in the heart of Mesoamerica. Within just 2 years, it would lie in ruins. This swift and brutal collapse is one of history's most dramatic tales. Millions perished, and a civilization that had flourished for centuries was no more. How could such a powerful empire fall so quickly? We must journey back in time to understand. Let us explore the events that led to the astonishing demise of the Aztecs. The Aztecs, or Mexica as they called themselves, emerged as a dominant force in the 14th century. They were a nomadic tribe that migrated to the Valley of Mexico, where they eventually settled and began to build their empire. The Mexica were known for their fierce warrior culture and their deep connection to their gods, which played a significant role in their daily lives and governance. They built their capital, Tenochtitlan, on an island in Lake Texcoco. This strategic location provided natural defenses against invaders and allowed the city to flourish. The island city was a marvel of engineering and urban planning, with its intricate network of canals and causeways. This magnificent city astonished all who saw it. Visitors and traders from distant lands were awed by its grandeur and sophistication. The city was adorned with impressive temples, palaces, and marketplaces, reflecting the wealth and power of the Aztec Empire. Causeways connected it to the mainland, and canals served as bustling streets. These waterways were not only used for transportation but also for irrigation, supporting the city's agriculture and daily needs. The efficient use of water resources was a testament to the Aztecs' ingenuity. Chinampas, floating gardens, provided food for the growing population. These man-made islands were created by piling mud and vegetation onto woven reed mats, which were then anchored to the lake bed. This innovative agricultural technique allowed the Aztecs to cultivate crops year-round, ensuring a stable food supply. Through conquest and alliances, the Aztec Empire expanded its reach. They formed strategic alliances with neighboring city-states which helped them to consolidate power and control vast territories. The Aztec military was highly organized and disciplined, making them a formidable force on the battlefield. It stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to the Pacific Ocean. The empire's vast expanse included diverse landscapes and cultures, which the Aztecs skillfully integrated into their domain. They imposed tribute systems on conquered peoples which further enriched the empire and strengthened its economy. Their powerful military instilled both fear and respect in their enemies. The Aztecs were known for their fierce combat skills and their use of advanced weaponry, such as obsidian-bladed swords and atlatls. Their reputation as fierce warriors ensured that few dared to challenge their dominance. Despite outward appearances of strength, the Aztec Empire was not invincible. Internal tensions simmered beneath the surface. The Aztec system of tribute demanded heavy taxes from conquered peoples. Resentment festered among these subjugated populations. They yearned for freedom from Aztec rule. This simmering discontent would prove a critical factor in the empire's downfall. In 1519, a Spanish expedition led by Hernán Cortés landed on the Mexican coast. The Aztecs had never seen men like these before. They arrived on large ships, wielding weapons of thunder and lightning. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some believed these strangers were gods fulfilling ancient prophecies. Montezuma II, the Aztec emperor, hesitated. He sent gifts of gold and feathers, hoping to appease these newcomers. Unknowingly, the Spanish carried a far more deadly weapon than any sword or cannon disease. Smallpox, measles, and influenza ravaged the Aztec population. These diseases were new to the Americas, and the indigenous people had no immunity. The result was catastrophic. People died in the streets and in their homes. The once mighty Aztec army, weakened and demoralized, was ill-prepared to face the Spanish threat. Section 6. Divisions within. As the Spanish advanced, they skillfully exploited existing tensions within the Aztec Empire. Conquered tribes saw an opportunity to break free from Aztec domination. They allied themselves with Cortés, bolstering his forces. Even within Tenochtitlan, doubts lingered about how to deal with the Spanish. Some saw them as a threat, while others clung to the belief in the prophecy of returning gods. This internal division fatally weakened the Aztec resistance. Section 7. The Siege of Tenochtitlan. The climax of the conflict came in 1521 with the Siege of Tenochtitlan. This was a pivotal moment in the Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire, marking the end of an era for the indigenous people of the region. The siege was not just a battle of arms but a clash of civilizations, ideologies, and ways of life. The Spanish forces led by Hernán Cortés were determined to capture the heart of the Aztec Empire, a city renowned for its grandeur and strategic importance. The Spanish, aided by their indigenous allies, cut off the city's supply lines. This strategic move was crucial in weakening the Aztec resistance. The indigenous allies, who had their own grievances against the Aztecs, played a significant role in the siege. They provided not only manpower but also valuable knowledge of the local terrain and tactics. The blockade was meticulously planned to ensure that no food, water, or reinforcements could reach the besieged city. Starvation and disease ravaged the population trapped within the once impregnable city. The lack of supplies led to widespread hunger, and the crowded conditions within the city walls became a breeding ground for disease. The once bustling streets of Tenochtitlan were now filled with the cries of the suffering and the dying. The psychological toll on the inhabitants was immense, as they watched their beloved city crumble from within. Despite fierce resistance, the Aztecs were outmatched. The warriors of Tenochtitlan fought valiantly, displaying remarkable courage and tenacity. They utilized their knowledge of the city's layout to mount effective defenses and launched several counterattacks against the invaders. However, the sheer number of Spanish forces combined with their advanced weaponry made the situation increasingly dire for the Aztecs. The Spanish had superior weaponry, horses, and the advantage of a divided enemy. The introduction of firearms and cannons by the Spanish was a game-changer in the conflict. Additionally, the use of cavalry allowed the Spanish to execute swift and devastating attacks. The internal divisions among the indigenous peoples further weakened the Aztec defense, as not all were united in their resistance against the Spanish. After months of brutal fighting, Tenochtitlan fell. The fall of the city marked the end of the Aztec Empire and the beginning of Spanish dominance in the region. The once mighty city, with its towering temples and bustling markets, was now a scene of desolation and ruin. The Spanish forces entered the city, signaling the complete collapse of Aztec resistance. The glorious city lay in ruins, a testament to the devastating power of conquest. The aftermath of the siege left an indelible mark on the history of the Americas. The ruins of Tenochtitlan stood as a somber reminder of the cost of war and the relentless march of empires. The fall of Tenochtitlan was not just the end of a city, but the end of a civilization, forever altering the cultural and historical landscape of the region. Section 8. The Fall of an Empire. The fall of Tenochtitlan marked the end of the Aztec Empire. A combination of factors contributed to their downfall. The arrival of the Spanish, the devastating impact of disease, internal divisions, and the strategic leadership of Hernán Cortés all played crucial roles. The once mighty empire was no more, its legacy overshadowed by the tragedy of its demise. Section 9. Legacy of the Aztecs. Though the Aztec Empire fell, their legacy lives on. Their impressive cities, intricate artwork, and complex religious beliefs continue to fascinate historians and archaeologists today. The Aztecs were known for their advanced engineering, creating floating gardens called chinampas, which allowed them to cultivate crops on the surface of lakes. These innovations were not only practical but also a testament to their ingenuity and understanding of their environment. Their capital city, Tenochtitlan, was a marvel of urban planning, with a network of canals and causeways that connected different parts of the city. This city, built on an island in the middle of Lake Texcoco, was one of the largest and most impressive cities of its time. The Aztecs' religious beliefs were deeply intertwined with their daily lives. They worshipped a pantheon of gods, each associated with different aspects of nature and society. Rituals and ceremonies were conducted to honor these deities, often involving elaborate costumes, music, and dance. The most well-known of these rituals were the human sacrifices, which were believed to appease the gods and ensure the continuation of the world. While these practices may seem brutal to us today, they were an integral part of Aztec culture and religion. The story of their fall serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of even the most powerful empires. The arrival of the Spanish conquistadors, led by Hernán Cortés, marked the beginning of the end for the Aztec Empire. Despite their advanced society and formidable military, the Aztecs were no match for the combination of Spanish weaponry, European diseases, and internal strife. The fall of Tenochtitlan in 1521 was a turning point in history, leading to the eventual colonization of Mexico and the blending of Aztec and Spanish cultures. It teaches us that internal divisions, external pressures, and the unforeseen consequences of disease can contribute to the downfall of even the mightiest civilizations. The Aztecs faced numerous challenges from within, including political rivalries and social unrest. These internal conflicts weakened their ability to resist external threats. Additionally, the introduction of diseases such as smallpox by the Europeans decimated the Aztec population, further undermining their society's stability. The unforeseen consequences of disease can contribute to the downfall of even the mightiest civilizations. The impact of these diseases was catastrophic, as the Aztecs had no immunity to them. Entire communities were wiped out, and the social fabric of the empire was irreparably damaged. This biological warfare, albeit unintentional, played a significant role in the collapse of the Aztec Empire. The Aztec story is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the importance of understanding and learning from the past. By studying their rise and fall, we gain valuable insights into the dynamics of power, the impact of cultural exchange, and the consequences of conflict. The Aztecs' achievements in art, architecture, and agriculture continue to inspire and educate us, highlighting the resilience and creativity of human societies, a reminder of the importance of understanding and learning from the past. By examining the successes and failures of the Aztecs, we can better appreciate the complexities of human history and the factors that shape the rise and fall of civilizations. Their legacy endures not only in the ruins and artifacts they left behind, but also in the lessons they offer for future generations.